Good morning, everyone. Getting ready to head out for the day. We got more snow and it's supposed to snow off and on all day. It's not really the snow that's an issue or that I'm concerned about. Mike said that it got icy and then it snowed on top. So especially like on stairs and different things like that, he just said to be super careful. So wish me luck. I'm off to my mother and father-in-law's here and then I'll start working. While I'm waiting for my car to warm up, I'll just show you guys real quick what I'm taking for my afternoon meal. I got my fat coffee. I have already taken my electrolyte tablet. I have 2 bottles of water, also with electrolytes in them, 2 hard-boiled eggs, a baggy bacon, and some brown butter bites. So that's it. I'm ready for my day. And this is completely turned over to rain, and it is freezing rain. Coming down pretty good and I'm soaked. This kind of weather just stinks. I am breaking my fast though. At least I have a warm coffee and I'm just gonna keep plugging away. I'm here at BJ's and I'm sure I've mentioned to you guys before that we shop for people. So I'm doing a shopping order for somebody and at least I get to get in and get warm and get out of the rain. They're giving away samples like they normally do here, and they have little individual containers of pink red grapefruit. You guys, I used to eat those all the time. They were good, but I ate them because I thought I was doing the right thing and it was healthy. Guys, I wore the wrong boots today. I thought that these would be warm, but because it's so wet, my socks and boots are soaked. My feet are so wet. I should have worn my waterproof boots. Hey guys, good evening.
Good evening.
It is Wednesday, end of day 25.
It's hump day.
Yeah.
Mike. I can't do that very well. I used to be able to do that quickly, but I can't.
Yeah.
My mouth just freezes up.
Tonight was another night that I had to come home before we sat down to eat and take a shower because I was so wet, you guys, and my socks and boots were so wet that when I would step down to walk, water was squishing out of my socks into my boots. It was really bad.
Yeah, so we started the morning. When I got up and went to work this morning, the snow was just starting to fall. It wasn't too bad. By the time I got to work, which is only about 15 minutes away, it was coming down in buckets, and then it snowed until like noon, and then it started sleeting, and then it got warm enough that it started raining, and now we just got a mush and slush, and it's just a mess.
Every time I would step into the snow, it was just like water in my boots.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't thinking about that. I just thought it was going to be cold and it was going to be snowing, and those boots are usually good for that.
Right.
But when it's wet, I have waterproof boots that I usually wear. Obviously did not wear the waterproof boots. So I came home, had to take a shower before we sat down to eat, but just wanted to show you guys real quick what we're having. We're both having 2 sirloin steaks tonight.
Not one. We're having 2 tonight.
Yeah, we want to make sure we're nice and full.
Well, and so it's funny because, like you said, you want to make sure you're full. We haven't had steaks for a while, so it's going to be a nice change. And Dawn's been cooking them lately. She cooked them again, and they're going to be fantastic. But there's a little bit of irony to it, if you want to call it that. And that is that tonight's chapter in the book that we're going to read has to do with red meat.
So actually, we're just going to jump into this real quick because we have a couple other things we want to talk about, but I do want to address this because I really think this is going to be a short discussion. Anybody who is watching my channel who is keto, ketovore, carnivore, does not believe this lie.
Right.
So there's not really like a whole lot to discuss.
This is not going to come as a surprise to any of you.
No, not at all. So the lie is red meat is not good for you, and eating more than a single small serving daily
Is this a single small serving daily?
Yeah. Will increase your risk of colon cancer or increase your cancer risk overall. So we don't think that that's accurate. And obviously Dr. Berry does not either.
Correct.
So he says, that there's no question that red meat is full of vitamins, it's full of minerals, protein, healthy fats. There's not a single controlled study that proves or links red meat to cancer.
Right. My favorite thing in this chapter, and is one of the most simplest concepts, and that is this, and you've heard this already in the book, and that is we've been eating red meat forever.
Yeah.
Like in human history, red meat is like the one constant that's been...
And we have more cases of cancer now
than
that
we did
people
before.
are cutting back on red meat than we did before.
The funny thing is, when you go back in time and then you move forward and you go from red meat, and then all of a sudden you start getting into the plant-based stuff and the wheats and then all of a sudden the processed foods, that's where you start to see your increase in all of the, the diseases, illnesses, and cancers. Now, I will say this. Back in the ancestral days, they didn't have the means to diagnose cancer like they do today. So I will say that. But if it was such a problem, then there would have been a lot more deaths.
But even since they have been diagnosing it, the cases have just gone up. It's increasing.
Well, no, right, because of all the processed stuff. I mean,
Right.
You're going to find out one day that processed foods are going to be linked to a lot of our health ailments.
And so Dr. Berry just basically says, again, that the studies that show that red meat is linked to cancer is flawed because they don't control the study. They are studying people who smoke, who don't move or exercise, who eat processed, unhealthy food.
Yeah, they're smokers, they're drinkers, they eat a lot of processed foods, a lot of prepackaged foods.
They don't distinguish these people only eat red meat and they don't do any of those things. They're just lumped in with everybody else. So of course, if they are living an unhealthy lifestyle, that puts them at a higher risk for cancer.
Exactly. Steaks are amazing again. Nice and tender.
So yeah, he says many studies that seem to show a link between red meat and cancer did not control for smoking, alcohol intake, and activity level. Really, guys, this was a super duper short chapter. Yeah.
You could have made the whole chapter to say red meat is good.
Right.
And that could have been it. But yeah.
If you're watching this and again, you live this lifestyle, you're not somebody who's concerned about red meat causing cancer.
No, not at all. And we're not here to try to change your mind because we are not also. And so what I say is bon appetit.
So now that we've talked about that, how was your day? What did you eat today?
I'm glad you asked that, my dear. So we haven't had leftovers for the last couple nights. So I've not had the luxury of taking leftovers to work the next day and eating for lunch. So I've had to kind of eat a makeshift lunch. The last couple of days, that has consisted of baggy bacon, pork rinds, a beef stick, and lots of water. And that's what it was again today. I was comfortable. Like I wasn't hungry when I got done eating. I wasn't stuffed.
You weren't sitting there thinking, I wish I had a hamburger.
I was not. Not even a Wendy's patty.
Those were really good.
But so no, my lunch was fine. It was another busy day, so I wasn't just sitting there thinking, I wish I had something to eat. But I was comfortable, and I knew we were having a bigger dinner this evening with the 2 steaks.
Well, if you don't eat it all, you'll have some for tomorrow, but I am eating all mine.
Yeah, I'm just going to eat till I'm comfortably full. And if that means eating it all, then great. And if not, then I'll have some leftovers for tomorrow. She's already done with both her steaks.
No, I'm not. Don't lie. So I wanted to show you guys something I got in the mail today. You see that? It says Keto Strong on it.
I know what it is.
This came from Autumn at Watch Autumn Keto. She's amazing. And she is doing our t-shirts for the KetOH-IO meetups. And she sent these out. These are what the shirts look like. So we're pretty excited about that. I am sending out an email within the next day or so to everybody. And if you are coming to the KetOH-IO meetup, or, if you just live in Ohio and you can't make it, these t-shirts are actually on the I Am Keto Strong website. So you can go at any point and order them. They're up, they're live, they're available. There are some date stipulations if you want your shirts before the meetups. So if you want to order a shirt and have it shipped to your house before the February 25th date, you need to order it on the website by February 15th. I don't have the cutoff dates yet for March. I'm waiting for Autumn to message me back about that because there was a little confusion about that.
But I would have to believe it's going to be similar.
Right, about
10
days ahead. So I'm going to say March 15th if you want it shipped to your house. Or if you're not coming and you just want to have it shipped to your house, you can just order it whenever. It doesn't matter. Now, if you are coming to the meetup and you want to save on shipping, you don't want to pay to have it shipped to your house, Jen Delaney has offered, and this is awesome of her, to basically be a delivery service. She is coming to both meetups. When you go into the website, I Am Keto Strong, and order your shirt, if you want to just have her bring it to you at the meetup, the day of the meetup, you put in the code Ohio, and it will not charge you shipping, but that means that that shirt will then go to Jen, and she will be delivering it to you at the meetup. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say March 15th, have that ordered if you're coming to the March 25th meetup, or by March 20th if you want to have Jen deliver it.
And I'm sure if you go on the website to order, it will tell you.
Well, the February dates are on there. That's why I'm saying I was clarifying with Autumn because the March dates weren't listed.
Okay, well,
so
yeah, keep a lookout
But the
for that.
information is in there. But just remember, if you want it delivered to you at the meetup, just use the code Ohio, and Jen Delaney will be delivering it to you the day of the meetup. If you want it beforehand, then you'll have to pay to have it shipped to your house.
Yep.
Or if you're not coming to the meetup and you just want a shirt, if you live in Ohio and you want to rep keto in Ohio, that's awesome too. So they're open to anybody to order. You don't have to be coming to the meetup. And on the flip side, if you are coming to the meetup, you don't have to order a shirt.
Right.
It's,
yeah,
not a
mandatory,
It's not a requirement. I just had people tell me that they would really be interested in one, so we thought we would make that available to people.
The KetOH-IO meetups, both of them, the February and the March meetups, will be here before you know it.
Right.
January, we're heading down the home stretch of January.
Yep.
So the February meetup is literally right around the corner. And hopefully the weather will be cooperating at that time and it won't prevent people from going because, you know, that's the one.
And the email that's coming out, if you want the information, just send me an email at dawndoesketo@gmail.com and I'll make sure you get it. But it has the locations, where both the meetups are going to be, the times and all that, and who you need to contact to make sure that you're on the list. If you would like that information, just make sure you email me and I will make sure that you get it.
Any Dasher stories tonight?
No, I filmed a little bit today that'll be on the front part of this video, but it was mostly just about the weather.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty horrible to be out there today.
I bet.
So that's about it tonight, guys. We're trying to get this done a little bit earlier because I was up.
We say that every day.
I know.
And I end up going to bed alone and she's up till the
I'm
wee
up
hours of the morning.
I'm up editing until 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping to get this video up a little bit sooner tonight. Because as soon as we're done eating, I can start editing. So that's it, guys. End of day 25. It's getting
In 1
so
week,
close.
1 week from today, it will be February 1st. We will be doing our final
You guys-
video of this series.
You guys will be getting ready to watch our results
and
video.
you will get to see our results.
Yeah.
And that is going to be exciting. So make sure you tell your friends and your neighbors, relatives, bring them over, have, set everybody around.
A watch party.
Yeah. You don't want to miss it.
Guys, have a great night.
Good night.